Happy motivation marketing you. I'm Chris Bettis from Fluent Mortgage. Market fluently. All right, first the motivation. I call this a gift called today. So it's an old parable. It talks about don't focus on your regrets from yesterday. That's a memory. And like so many of us with all that's coming down the pipe and the stress and everything, right? Our focus, somewhat rightfully so, is we're fearful about the future. So we're looking to tomorrow and we're forgetting about today. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow isn't even a reality for us necessarily. Today has enough troubles. Live today. Enjoy the gift that's called today. So that's my motivation for you. When your focus is on something positive, you tend to have a better day. So I know worrying about tomorrow just doesn't help anybody. All right. So last week, the biggest thing, of course, was COVID 5.0. If you haven't been following, Europe has spiked huge. It hit the East Coast. Even some of the people, like a lot of people in Oregon they're leaving Oregon to try and have a good time. Well, they've brought it to the West. So it's coming this way if you haven't heard yet. Depending on how we interact with COVID 5.0 will determine what happens in terms of the market, right? All right. And so just to see like huge spiking, I mean, and for a lot of us, like, no, that's not real. That's not real, right? Like, we know half the world's been vaccinated. We know like 3/4 of Oregon's been vaccinated. No, it's over. No, it's not. And we're not talking biology. We're not talking politics. This is purely economics. So again, we know it's spiking huge in Europe. It's already hit the East Coast. It's coming to the West. So in terms of economics, we know what happens. All right. Turning from last week to this week. So what was this morning already affected markets huge? It was Biden said that he was going to renominate current Fed Chair Powell. So for this next term, there was rumors about someone else being the new heir apparent. Well, he should be vice chair, okay? Also this week, GDP is going to be released, inflationary numbers and consumer confidence. So we're going to see a bunch of stuff coming out specific to what you should do for the week and the days and the months to come. Short term, I hope you're already locked, right? Like you'll see when we look at the charts. I hope you're already locked. I hope you know the markets. I hope you know what you're doing. Should have already locked. Midterm, extreme volatility in my opinion because of double-minded policies related to inflation, related to printing a 1.2 trillion. So it's really tough. So depending on where we're looking will very much skew market short term. So it's just strange. World's interesting today. And then obviously long term, even though we could see some effects of COVID 5.0 for some dropping, much higher. We know we're going to see a 1 to 2% increase. So here's the specifics if you want to follow in terms of what's going to occur. Some home sales, again, GDP, that's on Wednesday. PCE on Wednesday. So Wednesday is a big day for me. I would be locking if I saw a positive regression on Tuesday, and then and then consumer sentiment. So I mean, that's the keys, right? That's what we're looking at. All right, in terms of charting, in terms of the bond market, so this we knew, so this we saw, right? It was, oh my gosh, we talked about this already. This we knew because of COVID 5.0, we started seeing some improvement in rates. So this we've already talked about, this we already knew, so this is the new stuff, right? So COVID 5.0 and then today from Fed chair announcement. So I hope you came in already locked. Like we captured this before we came in, right? Like everybody on Friday, we locked and we knew too much risk coming in today. I'm hoping this is gonna be near a new floor and we'll just hit this little bounce between here, but again, some volatility. So, all right, guys. Lastly, realtors, how do you protect yourselves? How do you protect your clients? How do you see changes in market? Because obviously this is only daily, right? Excuse me, this is weekly. So in those little micro changes in the day where it's like, oh my gosh, be super afraid, or if you want to check on a day-to-day basis, fluentmtg.com. Fluent, MikeTangoGolf.com, that's our website. At the very top from your phone even, immediately you can see our rates. And we have such significantly better rates than national average, about 0.5% consistently. Rates for VA, if they have cash, if they need us to pay their closing costs for 30-year. However, at the bottom of the website, something cool is we actually have a real-time indicator. National average, not ours, right? But at least what's happening at that second, that moment, that instant, with another tab in terms of how credit scores and LTVs will affect the interest rates, and then trends as well. So a lot of tools for you, but again, do not get scared when you see national averages, what brand X, what your usual bank or broker has. Remember, we're typically 1% to 1% lower. So hope you have an amazing day. Chris Bettis, Motivation Marketing. You like, subscribe, share, but most of all, please help your clients take advantage of the market today. See you next week.